Hello and thank you for tuning in to KBC Channel 1. It's that time that we talk about matters disability. This is Able Differently and I'm your host Jen Theory. Welcome.
Abled differently.
The desire to fit among his peers led to depression and later on a bipolar disorder diagnosis. Here is the story of Ian Wekesa.
My name is Ian Wekesa. I'm the second born of three men, raised by a single mother. But back in those days, my mom was really struggling, financial wise. Because I even remember our house used to be closed for us a couple of times. But there are positive sides. Education wise, I was very brilliant. Because I used to stop my class most of the times. I went to a school called Creative Best Care Junior Academy from class 4 to class 8, where I was the top student. It was really amazing because I was given a bike as a gift. And that was a highlight in my life. So after primary, I went to high school in Upper Hill School, where I studied till Form 4. And I tried, I got a B+. Then I went on to campus, Moi University.
Ian Wekesa fell into depression in 2017 as a fourth-year student in campus. Although Ian was very good at his studies, he had to live a lie in order to keep up with his peers, something that was a big contributor to his depression.
I joined campus in 2014. And back in those days, I was an introvert. So when I joined campus, I met these two ladies who are apparently from high-end estates. Because when we sat down and started talking to each other, during our conversations, I realized that they were rich. Because one lady told me how their house has 7 bedrooms, another told me how they have 5 bedrooms. And me coming from a 2-bedroom home, I saw that I could not fit in with them. And being desperate for attention, I really wanted to maintain them. So I had to come up with a lie, so as to keep up with them. And my lie was very intrinsic. I lied to them that we live at West End Towers. And as if that's not enough, I added a little flavor to the story that we have a penthouse at the top floor. Imagine, penthouse. Now, at the mention of the penthouse, I became the top gun. I became the boss. Because a penthouse is more prestigious than a mansion. And the thing about lies is, once you make a lie, you have to live it. You have to sustain the lie. So I have to live the rich life. I will go and buy this lady's lunch. And me, my mom was struggling to pay my school fees. So she could only send me like 500 shillings to spend for the whole week. And me, with my ignorance, I'll go and buy this lady's lunch. My money will end in the first day. So I'll stay struggling for the whole week until the next time money will be sent to me. I was told by my psychiatrist that constant struggle is what led me to depression. But the depression did not hit immediately. It did not manifest immediately. It lay dormant in my mind. I was diagnosed with this illness called acute organic brain syndrome. It's a rare form of depression. It manifested itself in a way in that I was told that I started abusing people randomly. Like when someone approached me, I'll just abuse them with vulgar words. My girlfriend noticed this sudden change and decided to call my mom. But during that time, my mom had gotten a job in Kampala, so she could not help me out. So she just told my girlfriend to take me to Eldoret Hospital. My girlfriend did that, and the doctor just gave me some antidepressants and sent me back to school. On getting back to school, I apparently got worse. Because I was told of this episode whereby my girlfriend had left me alone in the room and gone to class. And me being left alone, I went down to the girls' hanging lines, plucked off some of their clothes, and went and hid them. And now my girlfriend, noticing that I've become a danger to other people, she decided to switch rooms. She moved us from that two ladies' room to a single lady room so that she could be locking me in the room when she goes to class. She did that for my own protection, to prevent me from going out to do those stupid things.
On his second hospitalization, Ian suffered a paralysis of the arms as a result of a blood test that was conducted on him, and this worsened the situation.
The doctors said they have to do a drug test because the medication they wanted to give me was very strong. I was told that the moment they gave me that injection to take a blood sample, immediately my arms and feet became paralyzed. And after that, I had to be admitted. But I stayed admitted in the hospital for 3 weeks because after the third week, the bills had become too much for my mom because they had already escalated to 2 million, and my mom had run out of funds. I was discharged, taken back home, laid on the sofa so I could be seen easily, and imagine it is on that sofa that I lay for 4 months. I lay on that sofa 4 months of being spoon-fed, 4 months of being taken to the bathroom, basically 4 months of being treated like a big baby. That's the life my family lived for 4 months. But after the 4th month, I started showing some signs of recovery. In that my arms and feet just started shaking. My mom noticed and tried to lift me up to stand. I got out of the standing up eventually, and when I did, I started being taught how to walk, started being taught how to talk, and how to use my arms. Back to square zero.
His recovery, he says, was a result of prayers from friends and family.
I was there learning baby steps. And I started the story saying I was an introvert. I was such a severe introvert to the extent that even in my class in campus, where I had 49 classmates, the only people who used to talk to in that class was my girlfriend and 3 of her friends. Those are 4 people out of 49. The other 45 I never said a single word to. But these people came together and did something amazing. Because as I was home learning those baby steps, it got to one Saturday morning. I remember I got up that morning and turned on my mobile data. And I remember I only got one message in WhatsApp. I noticed it was a video sent to my class group, which was strange because there was no activity in that group for a while. Then suddenly a video is sent. So I was very anxious to know what the video is about. To the point that even when I pressed for it to start downloading, I just sat on the bed watching it download until it finished and I pressed play. And what I saw shocked me. Because what I saw in that video was all my classmates gathered in one of our lecture halls praying for my healing. If Jesus healed people in the Bible, He's still healing people now. All you need is faith. If you believe and have faith, whatever you ask will be done.
In addition to the depression, Ian was diagnosed with the bipolar disorder, which he controls with medication.
After I got healed from the depression, I got hit with bipolar disorder. And at first we didn't even know it's bipolar. Because when I started speaking, after it got healed, I started speaking out, which is something I never did before. And at first I started speaking out with a very loud voice. I remember my mom even took me to Chiromalen Medical Clinic, where I got admitted. She had me admitted there for like a week and a half, just so they could take care of the loud voice. I remember there they gave me some antidepressants, which were actually helping suppress the voice. But eventually they became too expensive. You know, mental illness affects people differently. We may both have bipolar, but your episodes are more different than mine. Maybe yours are more severe than mine. So everyone has their own story. I'm only on medication. I control it with medication. They don't really have much effect, but at least they help me with my memory. Because I used to have memory lapses after the depression. But nowadays my memory is a bit stable. It's more stable than it was before.
As he advocates for self-acceptance, Ian urges the public to never compromise their values.
First of all, self-acceptance. Accept yourself as you are. Don't compromise your values, your standards, just to fit into anyone. Whether be it relationship or friendship. Okay, friendship is a type of relationship. In whatever aspect of your life, do not compromise your values. Be self-aware. Know who you are and stand by it. Accept yourself as you are. Self-awareness and self-acceptance are very important. Mental health awareness is on the rise because you have been awakened, especially after Corona. With the frequent cases of suicide and murders, they enlightened us into the epidemic of mental illness, to the extent that even our own president declared it a national emergency. That shows that we are moving in the right direction, though there is still a lot to be done, especially in terms of costs. Like you see, for my case, the bills reached 2 million. This medication should be made cheaper so that it can be available for many people, because a lot of people need it. I felt great that I overcame, because seeing where I was and where I am now, there's a very big difference. And I thank the Almighty for it.